Well, when we open up the scriptures, one of the things we see again and again is we never really find God. God finds us. And this is a story about a man in our church named Kevin, a friend of mine, who God found him. He was in a desperate place, as we often are when God finds us. And one day, driving down the 15, he sees a sign for the church at RB, and that was how God found him. Check this story out.
I always was the type of guy who assumed that somebody like me I can never be a Christian. Like if I walk into a church, I'm gonna burst into flames or something. I'm always trying to poke holes in my own story, but I haven't succeeded once. I got out of the military in 2021 and I got a good paying salaried position here in San Diego. And then I also picked up a side job as a bouncer downtown at a bar. Embarrassed to say, but this is where I started getting into cocaine a little bit. I was just trying to live a little bit and be selfish. Plus all the stuff you build up over time, just being in the military, all the negative things and all the bad memories that stick with you, PTSD and stuff like that. I was not a good person. I didn't care if I hurt people, didn't care if I hurt my family. I lived for myself, and that's how I did life. September of 23 is when the mother of my kids moved out and we separated. We had 50-50 custody, and I had more time on my hands, so I'm thinking, hey, I'm just gonna go down there because I drink for free. And every time I went downtown, me and my friend would do more cocaine than we had done the previous time. That's when I crossed this threshold of this is no longer fun anymore. This is I'm gonna need this again next week, hurry up. So last time we went down there, we had done it all night. We got back to his car and we just sat there till the sun came up, and I remember just feeling just so wired and crazy, and I was just trying to calm myself down. I got home and just saw how my life is supposed to be, seeing all my kids' toys. That's my business. That's what I'm supposed to be doing, is being a dad, and I knew I'm losing control over this. I don't know how to articulate it, but I started to receive a message, almost like it was saying, this is not your story. It's okay, my child. You're forgiven, but do you see me now? It's hard to put it into words, but it was this loving embrace on my soul almost that I can't even explain where it would be in the room. It was just you can feel it. I should have been at my worst right there. After everything I had been through in the military and all the mental illnesses, that's not me. That's not my head, because my head hated myself. This was different. This was external, and I knew who it was. I didn't know what goes on in church. I didn't know what I was supposed to do. I just had this feeling that I needed to be in a room with positive people. And the Church of RB was the first thing that popped into my mind. To this day, everything that I learn and just find out, it confirms exactly what I felt in my soul, and that's the weirdest thing to me. And then what I learned afterwards proved to me that it wasn't in my head at all. The centurion story spoke to me a lot because the way Jared is explaining it is this is the most battle-hardened, just rough type of guy, and how he is now allowed a seat at the table just for believing. I was blown away. I was you serious? This is you. You're allowed in also. And all you have to do is have faith. I always use that story for people who are I can't be a Christian. I can't. I'm yeah, you can. You have no idea. My story is ugly. I'm terribly embarrassed to talk about drugs and stuff, but it's all for the people who, were in my shoes or are in my shoes, feeling like they got to be perfect to come here, and that's not the case. How selfish of me would it be to hold this in, There's probably people out there who have way worse things to say, who still have a seat at the table.
Hey, if you're like me, every one of these stories grabs your heart, and every one of these stories reminds you what Christmas is all about. It's about life change. It's about heaven crashing into earth. It's about seeing people experience the power of Jesus in their life. And that's what we want for you, and that's what we want for more people this year. As we watch that story, I just want to invite you to prayerfully consider partnering with us this year in a financial way towards our Collide year-end offering. We're calling it Deeper Waters, and the reason is because we just want everybody, like that story you just saw, to step deeper into faith and transformation. And that includes me, and that includes you. We're trying to raise $2.5 million this year for more stories just like that. You can go to crb.gives, but just in this moment, I just want to invite you to prayerfully consider what God would have you do. Thank you, and Merry Christmas.
Some captive Israel that mourns in lonely exile here until the Son of God appear. Rejoice, rejoice, shall come to thee, O Israel. Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel shall come to thee, O